Hey y'all, it's Monday. It is May the 12th, and it's time for me to do another video. I've decided I'm going to start doing the videos on Mondays and Fridays. I've had a heck of a time with this camera today. Shot this once today, and I don't know what happened. I had to reformat it. I don't know what happened. But it's all cool now. I think I've got it working. Painted my face for the second time. Think I look okay. Maybe it was a sign that the first time I looked like a dog. I don't know. But yesterday was Mother's Day, so I want to say Happy Mother's Day a day late to everybody in case I missed somebody. I spent all day Saturday with my mother. We went to a very special occasion. She had a nephew who she was raised with kind of as a twin. But he was my cousin, and he had a bridge named after him Saturday. His name was Troy Ray Hayden. He was killed in Vietnam. However long that was, I don't remember. But Saturday, they named the bridge just about a quarter of a mile from my grandparents' home in his honor. So it was a special thing. So I got to spend the day with my family, my mom, and it was a kind of emotional day, but it was a fun day because I got to see family I hadn't seen in a while, and they were all like, "We love you, we love the videos," and I love you too because you all are making me continue to do this, giving me wonderful ideas, giving me some great things. My Aunt Juanita come running to the car. She had a book ready. She was ready to see me because she had a book to show me something, and I love that book. It has how to make your own eyeshadow in it. I didn't know you could do that, but we're going to do it probably. But yeah, thank you, Juanita. I love it, Deanna. Thank you. I got some cool things today I'm going to show you. It's gardening time. My mama's gardening, so I'm going to be helping her in the garden probably this summer. And I got some tips for you today with things around the house. The first one is, if you like to start your own seeds and you don't have a greenhouse, there are things you can use. Like when I told you in the first video with the little cups from the KFC that you could start them in. Well, you could also get these really cool containers at the grocery store. They have these little like clamshell boxes. They're kind of hard to see because they're clear, but I get these at the grocery store, the Food City here in my local area. But they're little like clamshell containers. This one I think had cookies in it. I think all of them had cookies in them. You can tell I ate cookies. I ain't lying. I'm a fat kid. I hate cookies. I ate cookies a lot. Love them. Love anything sweet. Had some fabulous cupcakes this weekend with homemade icing. That Juanita can cook. Lord, some chicken and dumplings. Because she didn't have none of those. But we had some cupcakes. Good chocolate cupcakes. My nephew JD took my cupcake when I got home. Who knew? But I love him, so he got to keep it. I let him eat it. Just eat it up. But you can take these little suckers and open them if you can. Put your little dirt in them. Scatter your little seeds in it. Put a little water in it. And then you can close these up. You might want to poke you a few holes in the top of it just so some air can get in and out. Because I don't know how much air would get in and out around these edges. But this one it would just close shut and not. But it'll keep the birds from getting them. Sit this out on your deck, and it'll sprout up so you can start your vegetables. Now, I know my mama starts tomatoes and cucumbers and watermelons and pumpkins and peppers. You don't do beans. I know you plant them right in the ground. Corn goes right in the ground. Okra goes right in the ground. Peas go right in the ground. But yeah, you can start like tomatoes and that kind of thing in that you want to get a little health to it before you put that itty tiny baby seed in the ground. But that's one thing you can do this time of the year. And if you get out in your garden and you go to marking your rows that you don't know what's growing where, and you plant your beans, and you plant your corn, and you plant your peppers, and you plant your tomatoes, and you plant your okra, and you plant your pumpkins, and you plant your cucumbers, and you plant this, and you say, I don't remember what to put where. Well, I'm going to tell you how to mark that. I was helping my mama the other day put up mini blinds because we screened in her porch. And we bought a dozen mini blinds to put up. And every one of them comes with one of these little stupid things. It's that extra little floppy plastic blind thing. Why they put that in there? That's just a waste of plastic. And I'm glad they did, because I'm going to tell you what to do with these things. You take this little sucker and you just, these are like a 23 inch, I think. So I took it and folded it over, cut it. Folded them two over, cut it again. And then you take on the end and you cut a little point on the end. And it looks like a little arrow, or go that way. But then you take your Sharpie, marker, and you write down on here what you are growing. This one I wrote cucumbers. But I have a whole bunch here that I've made. I've got cucumbers, potatoes, peppers, green beans, carrots. This one says a big old red tomato. But you can take these and cut them up, and you can mark your vegetables on your aisle, and it's waterproof, and it won't get broke like a stick will. If it gets stepped on, it'll just pop right back up. And you can, if you got an herb garden in your house, you can mark your herbs with these, and they don't look bad. They're kind of cute, and mark them, and it would tell you what you got in your herb garden. Or yeah, mark your herbs. If you got plants in your house and you don't want to lose what it is, you can't remember, write it on one of these and stick it down in the side of the plant, and you'll always know what that plant is. But this old plastic thing, and if it come up time to plant and you don't have none of these, go to the thrift stores. People donate mini blinds all the time. You can buy mini blinds for a couple of dollars. Take it apart, cut it up, and you have some of these, and you got them. You have them forever. Right there. Who knew? Piece of junk out of a box that we don't know why they put it in there. I know I have never used one. And I've hung up mini blinds professionally and still don't know what that thing's for. It's stupid. Companies are just stupid sometimes. Well, it comes time to put your tomatoes out after you've marked it and you planted it in a little box and got it to sprout up. Well, you need to put down some plastic or something around them so it'll keep the weeds from growing up in it. Well, if you got a dog or you got a cat, you'll have to feed that sucker. For some reason, they like to get fed. I got a dog and a cat, and they constantly looking at me going, hey, you eat all the time. Why not give us a biscuit? We like to eat too, so I have to feed these suckers. Oh, Kitty Puss. There she is, oh, Kitty Puss. Say hi, Kitty Puss. Meow. She don't like to be on the camera, but she's there. She likes to be in the video. She comes up wherever I'm at, she's at, so you're going to see her on the videos. But she likes to be fed. And I got an old lady out in the yard. She likes to be fed. So I get all these dog food and cat food bags, because I get the big bags. Ain't no sense buying them little old bags. You just got to buy one every week and buy a big old bag. Get them dog food bags. That's what lady eats. And you got this good piece of plastic here. Well, this plastic is woven together, so it'll let water get through it, but it won't let the weeds grow up because it's real tight weaved. But if you take and you go ahead and take this other little, zip that little string out and take it apart, and then take your scissors and zip down the side and fold this out. This bag here, this is a 13-pound bag of dog food, and you get a whole 32 by 24-inch piece of plastic. Well, if you save these all year long, come time to plant your tomatoes and your stuff that you need plastic around, or if you want to put mulch down around your house and you need plastic, if you save these all year long, you will have enough of these to use, and you won't have to go out and buy that cheap flimsy plastic that biodegrades down into the grass before fall even gets here. This stuff's thick. It's like a canvas. It's like a canvas, and it'll be there when fall comes. Not like that old cheap plastic, clear plastic stuff. But all you gotta do is fold these up. See how cute they fold up? Save one of your bags, stick it down in it. Just collect all your dog food bags in that bag, and you'll have enough by the time springtime comes next year. Who knew? Here is you a canvas that you can use in your garden. That is probably the biggest price of your dog food and cat food anyway, is probably this container that it's in. It probably costs more because of this. Why not use it? Here it is. Who knew? Plastic for your garden. And what you feed your dogs and your cats with. It's amazing. Use that stuff. Use it. Well, get them tomatoes in the ground. We have sprouted them. We have marked them. We have plasticed over them to keep the weeds from coming up in them. Well, them suckers is growing. And you got a plant that's about your knee size. What you do next? You got to stake them things. Put a stick up beside them so you can tie them up. Well, my granny, or my Meemaw, that's what I called her, Meemaw, I stayed with her all the time because I loved working in the garden with her. Now, she'd grow enough peas. Lord, I love some pea soup. Fresh spring pea soup, I love it. But I have shelled more peas in my lifetime than I'd like to talk about. But I love some fresh pea soup. Creamy old pea soup, good. But she wouldn't throw nothing away. She kept milk jugs that she'd use out to water her stuff. She'd stick it in the ground and poke a hole in the bottom of it. Set them things beside her tomato plants to keep them watered during the summer. She wouldn't throw pantyhose away. Girls don't wear pantyhose anymore, but she kept pantyhose, and you could take and you could cut off pieces, and you could tie your tomatoes up with a piece of old pantyhose, and it wouldn't hurt it. Well, what I use is you take an old t-shirt. You can get an old t-shirt or cotton underwear that you don't need anymore because it's got a hole in it, but you cut you some strips of it. But the cool thing about cotton fabric, like a t-shirt and stuff, this kind of fabric, when you pull it, it makes kind of a little rope. And you take around, you go out your tomato, and you go up to that stake, and you go out in that tomato, and you just tie it up. Put your little knot in it, tie it right to that stake. If this piece of fabric happens to get lost in the dirt, it will turn back into the dirt because this is a natural cotton fabric, and it will just disintegrate into the dirt. Nylon string that you would use won't. This cotton, stretchy. If that tomato plant gets big, this will stretch and it won't cut into tomato plants. Nylon string will. Then we're going to throw that old string away. This, if it gets in the ground, it ain't going to hurt it. Nylon string will hurt it. Use you some cotton. Cotton's the way to go. Well, we've grown them tomatoes now, and my time's just about up today. So, I just want to remind you all to follow me. Watch these videos. You're going to learn something. You're going to find out you love me even more because I'm teaching you something that you can use. I am showing you that you can use things from around your house. And I didn't know that I was supposed to tell you But you need to subscribe to my videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you go to watch them videos, subscribe. And then that way when I put a new one on, you'll automatically get it. You'll get a little email that says, ding, 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 Carmen Micheals is at it again. She's crafting, creating, and cutting up again. And then you'll know that you're going to see another video from me. So, subscribe to my videos. Follow me on the Twitter. Facebook me. I think I got Tumblr now. I'm doing it all. So, look for me. And I will see you Friday, because I'm doing these on Mondays and Fridays now. And just remember, this is Carmen Micheals. I'm crafting, creating, and cutting up, and I love you. Mwah.